Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the channel. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the Highground 65% mechanical keyboard. This is actually probably the most hyped I've ever been for a keyboard unboxing and review video. Before we get too far into the review, I also wanted to break down like the company and everything like that, because I think this is something that might mean a little bit more to me personally than some of you guys out there. So as you guys know, my name is IceKicks here on the channel, and I really don't think a lot of you guys really understand that the reason my name is IceKicks is because I originally started doing sneaker content a long time ago on my channel. That was what I wanted the channel to be. That was my passion at the time, and it kind of still is my passion. Although I don't really do sneaker videos anymore, it was something that I used to absolutely love, and I used to collect sneakers. I used to resell sneakers. I remember back in high school, I resold sneakers for a while to be able to build the PC that you guys actually see behind me. Obviously, some of the parts are exchanged, but it just goes to show you guys that like that literally was my hobby. Like I literally used to edit my sneaker reviews on Windows Movie Maker, and if you guys remember Windows Movie Maker, then you guys are a legend. So obviously the whole sneaker YouTuber thing didn't work out at the time, and I now do like tech content and I do keyboard content as well. So I've pretty much become like a keyboard YouTuber, and I absolutely love keyboards. You guys know I literally have like 7 or 8 keyboards right now, I think, and I actually sold a couple of them not that long ago. So basically what Highground is doing here, when they're literally like merging the streetwear like community, and they're also like merging that with like the keyboard community, and honestly it's like a combination that I really never thought I would see. So yeah, I hope you guys understand why this unboxing might mean a little bit more to me personally than like some of the other stuff I've done. But let's go ahead and just jump into the unboxing and full breakdown of like the switches in this keyboard, the keycaps, case, and everything like that. We're gonna be going super in depth, but before we go too far into the video, if you guys haven't already gone ahead and hit that like button and also that subscribe button, I would greatly appreciate it if you could do so. It really helps me out. And yeah, with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into the review. So as I show you guys a little bit of the unboxing experience, let's go ahead and talk about the price of this keyboard right now. So first, the exact keyboard that I do have right here is sold out, and I do not know if they're going to restock it in the future. They do have keycaps just like this available on their website, and I will have all of their socials and their website linked in the description if you guys do want to go and check that out. But this keyboard cost me $135, I believe, which actually is not a bad price at all. I was honestly expecting it to be more, and I think what they're charging for with everything that you're getting in the box is honestly actually a pretty good deal. And I actually did not think I would be saying that, because I know back when I used to buy sneakers and I used to buy like lots of like Hypebeast, you could say, items, they were all ridiculously expensive, and I thought they could have easily put this keyboard at like 170 or 180 or something crazy ridiculous like that. I'm honestly super glad that they didn't, but the unboxing experience is super nice. You got a bright orange box that says Highground on the top. It's got some cool stuff on the sides and bottom as well, and once you get into it, the inside of the box looks even cooler than the outside. So with that all out of the way, let's go ahead and jump into the actual keyboard. So in this Highground keyboard here, it came with gateron red switches, and the only option really was gateron reds. And personally, I thought that this was a really good idea. If there was one switch that I would have provided for everyone, honestly, I probably would have chose gateron reds as well, just because it's such a good in-between switch. Gateron reds having an actuation force of about 45 grams, and it's also a linear switch. There's no really click on it at all. And for me personally, I prefer linear switches. I know a lot of you younger guys out there might prefer clicky options, so I would like to see Highground include some clicky options as well. In the meantime, if you guys have not tried linear switches, if you guys have not tried gateron red switches, I would highly recommend. They're super nice. But as well as that, the first thing you guys are going to notice in this keyboard is the all graphic print on the top. The best thing about this pattern is that it's very modern looking, and it's super cool, and kind of gives me 100 Thieves vibes, which is super dope. The best thing about this is that it's actually printed on all sides of the keycaps. I'll show you guys on screen obviously, but this geographic pattern is printed across the entire keyboard. And the best thing about this is that they went ahead and put the fonts on the front facing side of the keycaps, which makes that pattern stand out even more. And honestly, it looks so freaking beautiful. Man, I just can't really get over the color scheme. I can't really get over the white case either. It looks really nice. And getting into the case a little bit more, the first thing that I noticed about the case was that obviously you're getting a 65% layout, which is super cool, and it's a little bit different than the 60% layout. So on screen, I will show you guys a comparison between this and a 60% keyboard, and I also will match this up with another 65% keyboard I have just to show you guys what it looks like right next to another one. Personally, as far as layout, I'd have to say this is probably my favorite layout for a keyboard, to be quite honest. When you guys are looking at a 60% keyboard, say something like the GK61 like this, you guys are going to notice that there's no arrow keys, there's no delete button, and while that might not be a big deal for a lot of you guys, for me as a content creator and editor, I absolutely love the arrow keys, and I also love the delete button. And now the main thing about that is that TKL size keyboards or 10 keyless keyboards used to be my favorite layout just because you did get those extra arrow keys. But now with 65% keyboards becoming ever so popular, I'm actually loving that they chose this layout. You pretty much get everything that's in a TKL packed into a more compact keyboard. It definitely does give you a little bit extra room on your desk, whether you're using that room for gaming or you're using that room for like building keyboards or stuff like that. So getting into the case a little bit, the first thing that I noticed was the white color, which is actually awesome. I actually don't have a white keyboard. Well, I actually do now, but this is actually the first white keyboard that I did own. And the aesthetic, I had to say, is absolutely awesome. And then the second thing I also did notice about the case was the side profile. Now I will show you guys on screen a little bit more closer up, but the side profile of this keyboard is absolutely gorgeous. It looks super clean, and I didn't realize when getting this keyboard that it would have a special case. Like, I thought it was just going to be something very simple like from the GK61, where if you guys look at the side profile, you're not really getting anything special here, really. But if you go ahead and look on this keyboard, it does have a cool side profile that looks just, I don't know, it just looks really cool. Honestly, some of the smaller things I think on this keyboard really stood out to me, and I was kind of hoping since I spent, you know, $130 on this keyboard versus a cheaper option, it was going to have some extra stuff. But again, once you guys are looking at it from here, you guys are going to notice another thing, and that's that the USB Type-C port right here is actually in the middle versus on the GK61 where it is on the right side. Now again, Highground, if you guys are watching this, this is absolutely freaking amazing. I would like to see every single keyboard company putting their USB Type-C in the middle of the keyboard. This looks absolutely beautiful. The indentation looks absolutely beautiful, and it's USB Type-C, so it goes with all of the Asceni coiled cables that they've sent out to me. Again, shout out to Asceni, you guys are awesome over there. And it also pretty much fits every other coiled cable or just keyboard cable in general, because they are mostly USB Type-C. Now let's go ahead and get into a couple things that I do want to see from Highground in the future. Now one thing I also wanted to mention is that all these switches are actually put on a white plate behind the keycaps and everything, so it does give the keyboard a bit more RGB since that is that like white surface underneath. If you have like a black plate or say like a silver plate, it's not going to give you as much RGB. And again, I do have to say the RGB is amazing on this keyboard, and I will show you guys on screen right now. The RGB is super clean, and it looks even better when all the lights are off in your room. It's got very vibrant colors, a lot better RGB than say something like the GK61. The colors are just very more accurate and a lot better, to be quite honest. But getting off topic, one of the things that I would love to see Highground do in the future is to actually have hot swappable PCBs. Now I know this is something that's probably going to jack the price up a tad. Even with having a hot swap keyboard, if I don't want to switch out the switches in it, hot swap at least allows me to take the switches out and do modifications to this board. So as you guys know, I have lots of other videos on the channel where I do modifications to keyboards, like lubing the switches first of all with like Krytox or Tribosis, or doing mods to these stabilizers, or replacing the stabilizers, or even lubing the stabilizers, which I do usually do to new keyboards that I do get. But without the hot swap version and without soldering equipment, you're pretty much left with just the keyboard, unfortunately, which honestly I really have no problem with. I don't expect to do mods on every single keyboard I have, and I actually don't expect every keyboard to have that hot swap feature. It's usually something that you do have to pay extra for when you're looking at keyboards. It would be super nice in the future, but they've really nailed everything else on this keyboard in my personal opinion. I mean, the PBT keycaps, nice texture, the RGB is nice, the case is nice, the stabilizers are actually pretty solid as well here on this spacebar, and I will have a full sound test at the end of the video, so definitely make sure to watch till the end. As well as that, the keyboard comes with a cool like postcard type of thing that actually has like all of the programming and stuff like that, and it also has like their social media, and it also comes with a really cool sticker. So honestly, you guys are not going to be able to get better packaging from a keyboard company, and I don't think you guys are even going to be able to get this kind of like unboxing experience from another keyboard company in general. So if you guys have not heard of Highground and you guys are not on this wave, I would highly recommend checking them out. Again, link in the description to all of their social media so you guys can stay updated and grab one of their keyboards before they sell out, because they do go quick. I know they did just release a set of IP Band 1 keycaps, and they look absolutely amazing. I'll toss a couple pictures up on screen. That's something that I would love to review, and I know they also released a blue set of, I believe they called Skystone or something like that, keycaps as well, and I would love to review those keycaps as well. They look absolutely beautiful. If you guys like this video or found it informational at all, I would appreciate it if you guys could hit that like button and also subscribe to the channel. I will have a sound test coming right up before the outro if you guys want to watch that at all. I will catch you guys in the next video on my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching till the end. Peace out, y'all.